The Tetons get most of the fame when talking about mountains in Wyoming, but did you know that there's a larger, higher mountain range in the state, less than 70 miles away? This is the Wind River Range, the focus of day 14 of Mountain Month, the series where I talk about your favorite mountains every single day of October. The Wind River Range is a major mountain range that runs for roughly 100 miles northwest to southeast in western Wyoming. Despite being significantly less well known than the Tetons, the Wind River Range is roughly 2.5 times longer, reaches higher elevations, and is no less spectacular. Speaking of elevation, the Winds are the highest mountain range in all of the Rocky Mountains outside of Colorado. Of the 56 peaks in Wyoming that stand above 13,000 feet, 51 of them are located in the Wind River Range, including 23 of the 24 highest. So it should come as no surprise that the Winds are home to the highest mountain in Wyoming, Gannett Peak. Standing at 13,810 feet, Gannett Peak is the 57th highest major mountain in the United States, the 5th highest state high point, and the highest peak in all of the Rockies outside of Colorado. Gannett Peak is also considered one of the most difficult state high points to climb. The consensus seems to be that it's either the second or third most difficult, behind only Denali in Alaska and possibly Granite Peak in Montana. Just one of the reasons that it's considered so difficult is that reaching the summit requires a minimum of a 20-mile approach, or 40-mile round-trip hike. But this long approach isn't actually unique to Gannett Peak, as many of the high mountains in the Wind River Range are at least 20 miles from the nearest trailhead. This, combined with the fact that there are no roads that cross the range, and that there are no national parks or other famous landmarks in the range, gives the Winds an incredibly remote feel, and significantly limits the number of tourists to the area. While the nearby Tetons receive between 4 million and 5 million visitors every year, the much larger Wind River Range receives only a small fraction of that number annually. But if you're one of the few willing to make the effort to visit the Winds, then you'll be treated to some of the most dramatic alpine scenery anywhere in the United States. In addition to dozens of peaks over 13,000 feet, the range is also home to over 1,300 named lakes and some of the largest glaciers found anywhere in the lower 48, including Gannett Glacier, the largest glacier in all of the American Rockies. In fact, with 63 glaciers, the Wind River Range actually has more glacier cover than the rest of the American Rockies combined. Now, just one specific site that's worth seeing in the Wind River Range is Square-Top Mountain, shown here, which is one of the most dramatic and recognizable mountains in the entire region. Another notable spot in the Winds is the Cirque of the Towers, a semicircle